Guys, I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be doing the 19th prompt of It's My Christmas Nails challenge, and this prompt is Christmas stockings. So this is the mani that I'm going to be demonstrating for you today. Basically just showing you what I used and how I did it. So for the stockings on all of my nails, I used this plate from Bundle Monster. It's BMS219. And I used all of these cute little stockings down here. And to pick up the stockings, I used, I stamped 3 different times in 3 different colors. And I used Born Pretty Store Red, which is number 5. I used Born Pretty Store Green, which is number 7. And I used Born Pretty Store Blue, which is 17. So I'm just going to do it once, just for a demo. You guys don't need to see me stamp every single time. So I'm just going to be using the red for this part. And I'm going to turn the plate a little bit. And basically, I just picked the part that I wanted. So I'm going to pick this top string here. And stamp it just like that. And I'm using my Born Pretty Store stamper and Born Pretty Store scraper for this part. So I set that aside and grabbed out a different plate and a different stamper. Now I'm going to be using my clear jelly stamper only because it's going to be a little bit easier for me to place these small images on these little small patches that will become a decal of top coat I've got here on my Uber mat. I'm not sure if you guys can see them, but I have 4 here for the 4 decals I'm going to be creating. And for this, I'm going to be using my Ajubis plate. This is EJB03. And I'm going to be using this side. So to start, I'm going to grab this really cute little gingerbread man, and I'm using Born Pretty Store Brown Stamping Polish. This is number 19. Just going to grab him and pop him right on one of those little patches there. So there's the image. And let me just see if I can line him up. There he is right there. There's one. And now I'm switching back to my red, which is number 5. And I'm going to be grabbing this present right here. So again, there's my image. I'm just going to clean up a little bit of the excess. Actually, I'm going to stamp that again because it's a little smeared. Let's try that one more time, see if we can get it a little bit better this time. Get a better scrape, I think, will probably do the trick. There we go, that's a little bit better. Use my scraper card to clean off the excess. And I'm just going to stamp this on the other spot. And it's not perfect, but that's okay because I've got another backup waiting in the wings. So, now I'm going to grab this cute little candy cane up top here. So there's my little candy cane. Do the same thing. There's my candy cane. And the final plate is Bundle Monster BMXL29. And I'm going to be using this swirly lollipop. And I'm using this small one right here only because I need it to fit in my stocking, as you can see it right there. And for this, I'm going to be using Born Pretty Store Blue, which is 17. So there's my little candy cane. Try to clean up some of the excess really quickly. There it is. And just like before, I'm going to pop it right on the little decal I made. Just like that. So I've given all my decals a second to dry and decanted a little bit of polish out down here. The red is the Born Pretty Store red from before. The blue is the same blue from before. The green is the same green from before. And the white is Born Pretty Store white, which is number 4. And this pink over here is Born Pretty Store Pink, which is number 14. So all I did to fill in the little, whatever he is, what is he called? Lollipop, is I just took a little dotting tool and a little bit of pink and put that inside to where it'll be a pink and blue swirly lollipop. For the candy cane, I just took the white and same dotting tool, filled in the little candy cane. And I also filled in the ribbons for the gift. And then for my cute little gingerbread man, I filled in his buttons in white. And then I filled in the little stripes on his feet and the little stripes on his hands. And also his little eyeballs. And then I took the red and filled in, you can't really see it, but he's wearing a little tiny bow tie. So that's all I did for those things. And then for the stockings, move them up a little bit for you. I took mostly the white. For the red ones, I took mostly the white, the green, and the blue, and mostly white and green, a little bit of blue. And then the blue ones, I used, you know, the other three colors. So I just alternated with those colors as I made the stockings. So for example, let's say this one, I would do the toes white, and then this top part white, and then I would fill in the middle part with the green. Just like that. So let me go ahead and finish this up. I will top coat the stockings, get everything trimmed up and ready to go, and I'll meet you right back. So I've gotten all of my decals trimmed up and ready to go, as you see here. And I'm first going to show you what I did for all of these nails, just with the, you know, the little stockings on them. And it's pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to be using my cheapo top coat from the dollar store. And I'm just going to, for my thumb, I'm going to use 3 different stockings. So I'm just going to pick the 3 that I want. And I think I'm going to go with this little guy here. And I'm just going to stagger them across the nail. I'm not going to put them all, you know, perfectly in a line. So let's do this one maybe like right there-ish. That looks good. And I'm just going to take my top coat and wipe most of it off. I'm just going to put a little bit above the decal to where when I can push the decal down and make it stick right there. Just like that. Whoop, came off. There we go. So I got him to stick, and now I just do the same thing on the underside. And I will just do the exact same thing with 2 more of the stockings. Just like that. And that's basically all that I did for the other nails. Get the focus for you. There we go. So that's basically all I did for the other nails. And I did add a little more to it, which I will go through and do shortly. So for my ring finger, I started out with the little gifts that are going to be popping out of the top of the stocking like you see here. So I started with the gingerbread man first. Get him off of my stamper here. There we go. And I just kind of picked a place and decided where I wanted him. And I laid it out a little bit roughly before I started sticking them down. So I started with him, and then I moved on to the candy cane. Let's do him maybe right here. Whoops. And I just kind of laid it out a little bit just to where I could know, you know, roughly where things would lie. And then I'm going to stick the present right about there. And then have the lollipop coming out over here where the, like over the gingerbread man's leg a little bit. So I'm just going to do the same thing that I did before with my top coat and lay it down a little bit. Scooch him over a little bit and lay this down right there just to get him to stick. And so on and so forth with the rest of the decals. So now that is all done, as you can see. And I did go in and put on a quick dry top coat only because I am layering these decals on top of each other, so it tends to get a little bit lumpy. So I put on a top coat just to smooth everything out. And I do want to mention really quick, because I forgot to earlier, the base that I have on all of my nails is 3 coats of this polish from A Million Night. I did show this in a haul that I have not posted yet, so that will be up shortly though. Sadly, these polishes are only 2 mils, so very, very small bottles that don't want to focus apparently. But yeah, so this is the color. It doesn't have a name or anything, but that's what I used. So now I'm going to take Sinful Colors Endless Blue, and I'm going to put this on the bottom half of my ring fingernail to where it kind of represents the colored part of the stocking. So I'm just going to take this and go just from the bottom of the decals down. It doesn't need to go any higher than that because I'm going to put a little fluffy white border there later. And I'm doing it a little thick just to make sure that there isn't any streaky or bald spots here, just to avoid having to do another coat there. Woo. Almost spilled it. So after doing that, I'm just going to give that a minute or two to dry, and then I will meet you guys back to add some pretty glitter. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm taking this little striper brush and a little bit, I'm going to use the blue, the red, and the green, but I'm just going to demonstrate with the blue really quick. And where the string would be from my stocking, I'm just going to go ahead and follow that up and around, making sure not to cut off the rest of the stockings. And I'm going to do it, you know, wavy and loopy lines just like they are on the stamping plate. So I've just taken some white Born Pretty Source stamping polish and this really, really big dotting tool. And I'm just going to create that fuzzy looking effect just by dotting across the stocking. And we do the same thing on the underneath side. And of course we don't want it perfect because then it wouldn't look like a real stocking. So now for the very best part, it's time to add some glitter. The silver glitter right here is just an Art Deco striper and it's just called Silver Glitter. The red glitter is this beautiful red glitter from Madame Glam called Hottie Me. And this bluish tealish color right here is from LA Colors and it is called Aqua Crystals. And this green gold mixture down here is Sinful Colors Call You Later. Beautiful. So all I basically did was I went through the stockings and I looked at the different colors that were in them and decided that they needed some glitter. So I just picked different parts and the silver would only go on the white. So for example, I would put it just in the little top part, the little fluffy part up here. And then the red would only go on the red, so let's put the red down at the bottom part of the stocking. And I'll also take the red and dot in the little holly berries in this stocking. And let's do the toe of this stocking. So then I would go in with the green and hit all of the green spots. Maybe not all of them, but some of them, just to brighten it up a little bit. And let's do the top part of this one. And just like I did before, I will do the same thing with the blue and go in, hit up this one. Just like that. So for the ring finger, I decided that he needed some polka dots. So I went into the blue glitter again and just put some random polka dots in with the glitter. And it's very subtle and it's not super easy to see on camera, but in person you can see it, especially when the light hits. Just going to top this part off with the silver and my big dotting tool. And that's pretty much it. So now all I have to do is top coat and get you guys a close-up, and I'll meet you right back. Okay guys, all cleaned up, top coated, and this is the finished result. I think it came out super cute. I hope you guys like it too. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe, and of course, come back to see me next time. Bye!